Okay. So now you can see it's got the bug netting already deployed and it's all zippered shut. It's got two elastics here in the center, I guess to hold the bug net up off your face. And down here at the bottom of the hammock is a zipper. And what we're going to do is we're going to slip a, in this case I have a Thermarest Luxury Series mat. We're going to slip that in there, which helps the hammock retain its shape, and it gives you that flat lay. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the pocket for the mattress, the air mattress or whatever you might be using. In this case we've got a Thermarest Luxury Series mattress. Well, maybe I'll come around the other side. Lift it back up. Okay. Got our mattress in. Come to the back side and see if we can slide it up anymore, but it pretty much fills the compartment. And now you can see all of a sudden it's given a shape to the hammock, and looks pretty curved right now, so I wonder when we get in if it will flatten it out much. But all the construction of this seems pretty good. The stitching on it seems pretty consistent, pretty nice overall. Good quality zippers, good quality pulls. Bug netting, and then again you can see the supports here, and the support for the screen is held by these toggles again in these buttonholes in the rope. So pretty neat system, because it really eliminates having to tie any real knots. One thing I notice now as I'm setting this up is on this side of the hammock, all the support cords, all the support lines are just fed through these pieces of material here, but it looks like on this side all of them are like that until we get to the end, and we have one that's adjustable with this neat little toggle on here. So I'm going to assume that has something to do with perhaps keeping the head end of the hammock at the proper height. Okay, so now we're going to crack open the bug netting. We'll open up the zippers. Take this side up almost to the top. Okay, and there's a little marking in here that says, it says first sit here when entering, and it tells you to enter from this direction. So what we'll do, at least for now, I'm going to disconnect the bug netting just so we can kind of lay it down and get it out of our way for a minute, and hopefully I won't fall on my rear end. See how this works. Wow. It's a lot of sag, I guess. I think the first thing we have to do is get this off the ground and reattach these ropes. It's a lot more sag than I anticipated, so okay, let's do that. So I reattached the lines, put the ridge line, made it a little tighter basically. I just snugged up the ends and raised it back up. I'll try to get my rear end in that landing zone that they call out. A little better. Maybe a couple fewer Twinkies on my end might make it a little easier on the hammock too. But yeah, it seems about right. I feel like I've got maybe a foot of clearance off the ground, which is probably about fine for hanging, for camping. So what I've done is I've taken the bug net that was on here, I zipped it all the way back, and I stuffed it in this pocket. And there's another stash pocket here. And what we'll do now is we'll come in close and show you a couple of these details. Here's the landing area here where they recommend kind of entering the hammock and sitting there first. And you can see up top there's a stash pocket right here. Pretty nice size. There's one down on the lower edge, or on the other side I should say. And then up in the corner is a small pocket, and I've put our bug screen in there. So that's in there. Okay, now I'm going to try to scooch back in it. Kind of hit that landing spot again. And it's a little bit awkward, a little bit different than a regular hammock. It's got some slightly different tension points than you're used to feeling in a regular hammock, but I'll try to slide myself back in. Got my boots off. Now, I'm 6'1", and it definitely feels a little bit tight for me, lengthwise. Try to raise the head end a little bit. I think what I'll do is I'll try to close this bug netting up. So, took a little break in the action there because one of the things I discovered, which should have been pretty obvious, is these toggles up here on the cord. When you're in the hammock, which, common sense, this ridgeline is under so much tension you can't really split those buttonholes open, so you can't get the toggles in them. So we took a little break in the action there so that I could insert the toggles that support the bug netting, and now we'll see if I can close this up. Okay. And trust me, this is probably every bit as awkward as it looks. The way all these support straps are, you got a lot of little humps, a lot of little tension points, and I suspect part of the issue here is I'm just a little bit of a bigger guy. Okay, so now I released a little tension on this adjustable line right here, which again I suppose supports the head end of the hammock a little bit and raises it up. But once I loosen that, I'm able to get that zipper moving. And again, it's very awkward. I don't know if it has something to do with the tension, the way I have things set, but all right, so we have the bug screen closed. And again, I'm 6'1", and it's comfortable. It's very comfortable. But I could definitely see I could use a few more inches of space. My toes are pressed right up against the end of the hammock. It does feel pretty comfortable overall. Now, again, I don't think I could sleep stretched out. I think I'd wind up with cramps in my calves. The bug net, for the most part, you can adjust it here with these little adjustment points. For the most part, it's off my face, it's off my body. And if I'm fully stretched out, this might not be bad for a little 10 or 15 minute nap, just laying straight like this. But for somebody my height, I suspect the only way to really be comfortable in this is, and it's fine for me, is as a side sleeper. With me up on my side, it's relatively comfortable. Now, we'll go over setting up the tarp in just a minute, but I think I'm going to take a little snooze first.